guys, I hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to do another video in my Perfect Neutral Eye series. If you're new to my channel, I've done a few videos over the last couple of months where I have done just a somewhat quick tutorial on a really simple neutral everyday eye look from different popular palettes. Today I'm going to show you guys the Chocolate Bonbons palette. This is one that I recently picked up that I honestly thought I would have no interest in until I saw it in person at Ulta, and I actually purchased this during the last 20% off code that Ulta sent out, and I'm so glad that I did. I have gotten some really great neutral eye looks from this particular palette. The one that I'm showing you today is the one that I gravitate towards the most. These Perfect Neutral Eye tutorials they're not super exciting in that I'm showing you some unique, like one-of-a-kind, you know, really artistic eye look. These are just looks that I would personally wear if I were still working in an office type setting, or looks that I would wear when I go to a client meeting now, or when Craig and I go out on a date either during the week or on the weekends. I'm a 37-year-old mother, so the days of super smoky eyes and really fun, funky, super colorful looks are sort of like limited to very special occasions, and I tend to just personally gravitate more towards everyday eye looks. So that is what I'm sharing with you guys. Hopefully you find this video helpful. I will of course link everything that I am wearing on the rest of my face down below for you, so if you're curious about what's on my lips, what's on my cheeks, what foundation, all of that stuff, it will be listed down below, so take a peek there. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, but let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial, and I'll show you guys how I got this eye look. Alright guys, so I already have my right eye finished, and let's finish off the left eye so that I don't look like a crazy person anymore. Again, Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, and the names of the colors are listed on the palette itself. I will go ahead and list the colors that I'm using in the description down below as well. In the interest of saving time, I'm not going to like hold up the palette each time I dip into the color. So first thing I'm doing is just taking a fluffy brush, and by the way, my eye is already primed with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. First thing I'm doing is taking this fluffy brush here. This is just one from Sonia Kashuk from years ago, and I'm going in the color Divinity, which is a light skin tone shade, and I'm going to be putting that all over my eye area so that the rest of the shadows blend really nicely. I do this every time before I put on my eyeshadow, because it just helps the colors not stick directly to the primer and makes them easier to blend, if that makes sense. So take that all the way up to the brow and a little bit underneath as well. Next, I'm going to take, this is an E40. It's basically a fluffier blending type brush, and I'm going to go in the color Almond Truffle, which is a taupey lavender type shade, and I'm going to be using this as my transition shade. So I'm essentially just putting this in and slightly above the crease. So this is just going to peek out from our crease color essentially. A little bit more. Blend that in. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take a actual blending brush, which is, this one's the E25 from Sigma, and I'm going to go in the color Mocha, which is essentially just like a chocolate brown shade. And I'm going to be putting that into the crease. So just place it where you want it first, and then worry about the blending. I do take my crease color up just a little bit higher on the outer portion of my eye, because I tend to like the way that looks on me. I'm going to go in the color Malted, which is a slightly darker chocolate brown, and I'm just going to focus that right out here at the corner. And I'm bringing that down onto the lid a little bit as well in that outer corner area. Take that fluffy brush and just make sure you're nice and blended. You want to have a nice gradient to this. I feel like that's what makes it so like everyday appropriate, the fact that there aren't any harsh lines and everything is just blended really nicely. Next, I'm going to go into the color Satin Sheets. I put that down first and I didn't really like that in and of itself, and so I want to keep this side looking exactly like the other side. So before I decided that I didn't like it, I already had that color on there and I went over it with something else. So just in the interest of having these two eyes match, I'm going to go ahead and do this step too. But I ended up wanting a more matte look, but I'm going to go ahead and put the shimmery shade down first, and then I'm going in with Cashew Chew, which is a matte light lavender shade, and I'm going to put that on the lid instead. Again, I just want both sides to match for today, so but I would say just skip the Satin Sheets, or I mean, if you like it, keep it. Don't do the matte shade. So I'm just placing that on there first, knowing that I'm going to have to go back in with the crease color and touch it up just slightly. Okay, and then flat definer brush or a pointed brush, whatever your preference is. I tend to like these flat brushes to do my lower lash line. I just feel like it gets up deeper into the actual lash line. And I'm going to take the color Mocha, which is that first crease shade that I put down, and I'm going to push that into my lower lash line. Again, I don't like harsh lines at all, so I just try to make sure that everything has a nice blend to it. And I'm going to go ahead and do my liner and my mascara off camera. That's not really all that exciting to watch. But the liner that I'm using is the Immortal Love from Kat Von D. This is discontinued, so if you are looking for something that is very, very similar, the new NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On waterproof eyeliner in Brown Perfection is extremely similar and has a very similar wear. So I will go ahead and link this one down below for you guys. So, but I'm trying to use this one up, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and put on my eyes today. And I'll show you guys the finished look here in just 1 minute. Alright guys, so here is the finished look with both eyes completed. I really like the way that this particular eye look looks on me. I feel like it's a good combination of using some of the more warm toned and some of the cool tone shades in this palette. I do think that you can mix the two very easily, and yeah, I feel like it looks great for every day, totally office appropriate. It's actually pretty quick for me to do this. I have done this look multiple times, and I've got it down to being able to finish all of my makeup within 10-15 minutes, and that includes the full eye look. So it's easy, it's quick. This is totally something that if I were still working in an office type environment would sport on a daily basis. I was one of those people back in the day that did put on makeup every single day before going to the office, so that's how I kind of gauge this. Is if I would have done it back then, you know, I consider it kind of a perfect neutral eye. But anyway, if you guys haven't checked out this Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette because of some of the kind of brighter, darker, deeper, funkier shades that are in here, I think for the most part, you are getting some amazing neutrals in here, and they all pair really well together. You can definitely do a smoky eye with this, and you can do something totally funky and fun. So I feel like it's really versatile that way, and obviously the packaging is super cute too. So anyway, love this eye look, and I hope that you guys found this helpful. And again, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to keep doing this series. I might do one or two more. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Some of you really do like it, so let me know if there are any palettes that are kind of somewhat popular palettes that are currently still available that you'd like to see a neutral eye look with. The Lorac Pro 1 and 2, I think, come to mind for me. I don't think that I've done a neutral eye with either of those. And yeah, so let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.